Hey guys, so as I told you in my previous video, I'd give you some feedback on what was actually going on with my car. And my car was in for three issues. The coolant leak that my car went in for in February, that same hose that they replaced with the new hose was actually faulty and defective, was leaking coolant. I picked that up literally within the first week of getting the car back. And during that whole process of taking the car back down to them, I realized that my car developed a vibration. I tried to get them to look at it, and when they looked at it, they said to me that I need to replace the tires on my car, and that's why I did a tire video and showed you guys that I'd replaced the tires on my car with new fresh tires. And I didn't actually mention the vibration that I was feeling at the time because I really thought that it was just the tire issue. But I then soon realized that I was wrong. The car started vibrating even worse. But to cut a long story short, I had those previous tires that I showed you guys. I can't remember the name, but I had those taken off the car. The tire company took those back, and I paid more money to get Michelin tires on the car. And the situation was much better, but there was still a vibration at high speed. Now the vibration is more of a sort of droning noise. It sort of drones at high speed when you're doing 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. It's like a droning that comes through the body of the car, and it's accompanied by a very, very slight vibration, but it's difficult to explain unless you're actually sitting in the car, but you can feel it slightly in the seat of the car. So last week when I had the car at Jaguar, they repaired, oh, I forgot to mention, in the process of having wheels taken off and replacing tires, I noticed that the right rear track rod ball joint was actually, the rubber that covers it was actually broken open. You could actually see the grease inside it. And so I decided that I would take the car in when I could finally get it booked in and had time to take it in, and when they could also give me a courtesy car, because I knew they'd keep the car for a few days and I didn't want to be without a car. So I took the car in last week. They replaced the faulty track rod and they replaced the defective coolant hose. Regards the vibration, they checked the entire drivetrain and could not find anything wrong with the prop shaft, the drive shafts, the guibos at the end of the prop shafts, or the center carrier bearing on the prop shaft, because I felt that there was something wrong with the prop shaft of the car. But you know, keeping in mind that when this vibration or noise started coming in, it happened suddenly on the highway while I was doing about a, well, I'm not going to say what speed I was doing, but I was doing a high rate of speed, and it suddenly just came in and made this noise. I spoke to the workshop foreman. He said to me, take the car to Concept Wheels. This is a place that actually specializes in aftermarket wheels and fitting tires, and that they could rebalance these wheels properly for me, because he felt that it was a wheel issue. So I did take the car into Concept Wheels on Friday, straight from Jaguar to them, and they found that this wheel was actually buckled. And I'm going to show you guys the buckled wheel, but they found that the wheel on this side was buckled. Now keep in mind, I had another buckled wheel on the car that was actually on the right front of the car, and I had that replaced. In fact, I bought a complete set of these as spares. So I now have two buckled wheels that I can't use. I suppose I can have them repaired, but I had this wheel replaced this morning. I'm happy to say that after they balanced all four wheels and replaced this buckled wheel, the vibration that I was feeling at low speed is completely gone. In fact, the car feels very, very good now. But there's a big but. The vibration and the droning that I'm still feeling at high speed is still there. I haven't entirely solved the problem yet, and I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it. The car will be going back to Jaguar. They have to find what is causing this. Pretty sure they will. But my suggestion to them is to re-look the prop shaft issue and also have a look at the gearbox mountings, because I'm not sure if they did that. But a failed gearbox mounting could in fact cause this vibration as well, especially at high speed. You know, I mean, you've got the prop shaft on one end that's, even though it's balanced, is still going to have a certain amount of vibration coming from it. And if you've got a gearbox that isn't held properly in place, you're going to have the two are going to be out of sync with each other, and you're going to get a prop shaft vibration as well from a gearbox mounting failure. One gearbox mountings could actually cause other components on the car to wear out prematurely, such as the prop shaft squeebos. These are rubber flex discs that are situated between your prop shaft and your diff at the rear, and the prop shaft and the transmission in the front. Then in the center you've got a center bearing that is surrounded by rubber casing, which also holds the center bearing in place, and that rubber can also fail, and that will also cause issues. So some of you have actually commented that the wheels that I actually have on my car are very nice looking wheels, and they are. I really like the look of these wheels in my car, mainly for the fact that they are similar in color to my car. But the problem with these multi-PCD wheels, and I'm going to show you now, is you've got these little rings inside. This is one of the spare ones, and they have to be turned to the PCD of your car so that they match your studs, and each one of these has to be lined up, you know, properly to do that. And in addition to that, you also need a hub ring, and I can't get this one off. It's probably been on this rim for a long time, but you need one of these as well in order for the wheel to fit properly on your hub, on your specific car's hub. So you need one of those, and these are well, this multi-PCD and this combined can actually cause a lot of issues. Now keep in mind, I've had these wheels in my car for about almost 4 years now. I had the car for about 6 months before I changed the wheels out, and I never had any issues with them up until this year, February, when this whole issue started. So just turn the wheel around so you can see this is one of the spare ones, and well, this is a buckled one actually. I actually took this wheel with me to the tire place this morning, and they put it on the machine, and yeah, it definitely is buckled. Here is one of the original wheels that came off my car, 18-inch as well, and I had them powder coated. They used to be like alloy in color, but I had them powder coated in this, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a metallic sort of gray color, and it's quite a nice color. Now these would have looked quite nice on my car if I can just put it there. These actually would have looked pretty good on the car, I think. But the problem is, they don't fit my car anymore. And the reason for that is because they powder coated everything over here, that this no longer fits on the hub of my car. So I don't even know if the tire valve will fit in there. And they noted that these are buckled as well. Now when I had these on my car, I never noticed that these were buckled. Concept Wheels said to me, at the same place where they can actually straighten these rims for me, can also use a lathe to just take the, I think it's about 4 mils of powder coating on here, to just remove the powder coating so these wheels will fit on my car again. But at the end of the day, I have to switch these wheels out. I've got to take them off because the problem with these wheels is you cannot take them off the car and put them back on the car, drop the car and tighten the lug nuts. You actually have to tighten the lug nuts while the car is in the air. And the main reason for that, the multi-PCD slots in here will actually move. And if that happens, that can actually buckle the wheel. So guys, that's the main problem I've been experiencing with my Jag since February, since mid-February it started. And I'm hoping that I can actually get to the bottom of this droning vibration thing and get it sorted out. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I'm glad that the coolant hose is fixed and the track rod's also fixed. And I'd like you guys to let me know about these wheels. These are the original wheels. Do you guys think that these would look better on my car than the current wheels that I have? I also have Concept Wheels looking into a set of Matrix wheels which come off the Jaguar XE. Those are completely black though, and I don't really like black wheels. I prefer anthracite grey or metallic grey, which is pretty much what these are, close to the ones that I have on the car already. And I can, as I said, have these repaired and put them on my car, and then I'll be back to stock wheels, which should take away any wheel issues. But I can just give you a recommendation: if you are fitting aftermarket wheels, just be prepared that you're going to have these kind of issues cropping up in the future, especially when you have a multi-PCD wheel that you fit into your car, and wherever you take the car, they're not going to know, and you've got to tell them, and you've got to know, and you've got to remember to tell them, don't tighten the wheels while the car is on the ground. Tighten the wheels while it's in the air. So let me know what you think. I'd like to know if you guys like the original stock wheels that I had on the car. Should I fit these back on the car, or continue with the Matrix wheels, or continue with these that I have? The Hurricanes are what I have in the car now. So let me know. Thanks for watching.